What's going on, everybody? February is Black History Month. So, how did February become the month for Black history? Well, it started with Carl G. Woodson. Carl G. Woodson was a historian, an African American historian, and he started what was called Negro Week. Then it eventually became Black History Month. The reason why he chose February was because of two people, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, whose birthday fall on February, right? That was one of the reasons why he chose it. So don't let anybody fool you, or don't let anybody discourage you when they say that we don't have a reason to celebrate Black History Month. Yes, Black History is 365 days a year. However, this is like a jubilee for the African descended people, not only here in America, but throughout the diaspora. Okay? Pardon me. So that's why we celebrate it. It's a jubilee. It's like a big celebration for us. It's to celebrate and it's to honor and commemorate our ancestors, not just those who passed, but also we honor those African American, those in the African diaspora who are still here today. Okay? Who are making the history, who are making the difference. That's why we celebrate it. Black history is 365 days a year, but this is a jubilee. And we're going to treat it as such. And Carl G. Woodson was when it came to Black history, he was that individual. He was big on it. If you guys have not checked out his work, he has a book called The Education of the Negro and the Miseducation of the Negro. Check out those two books. And he has other books as well. But his main objective was to educate his people, to make sure his people get accurate information about their history and about their ancestors. So let's give credit to that brother, and let's give credit to others who have done a lot of work for our people as far as our history is concerned. It's a list of Black educators and Black historians who don't receive enough credit. So let's make this time to actually study, learn, and be proud of who we are, because we have been dealing with so much hate for so long. We have been told that we were too inferior, that we had nothing to offer. And history will show that that's a complete lie. Yes, there's our people out here who are rebellious, who have behavior problems, etc., right? But there are those of our people who are actually making a difference. And also, let me get to why I say that when we deal with history, we got to deal with the good, bad, and ugly. Because, see, we cannot just be biased and just look at the bad part of history and ignore the good part. Or we can't just look at the good part and ignore the bad part. And we can't just ignore the ugly either. Because everything about history is not always good, not always bad, or not always ugly. It's all three. And I want to give y'all something. And shout out to the nation of gods and earth. So the supreme mathematics today is culture. It's February the 4th. So it's culture. Culture is essential for our community and for our people. To have a culture is to have a foundation, principle, ideology, community. That's what it means to have a culture. And that's a supreme mathematics. Now, some of you may wonder, well, who are the nation of gods of earth? Well, let me give you a little history about that. So, the nation gods of earth was founded around February of, no, I'm sorry. It was founded around October 1964 by Clarence Smith, who became Clarence 13X, also known as Father Allah. So, Father Allah founded the nation of gods of earth, which became the 5%ers. Okay? So, he came out the school of the nation Islam, and he started the nation of gods of earth in Harlem, New York. However, Father Allah passed away around 1967. Okay, he was assassinated around 1967. But the principles that he have taught still stand on the foundation today. It still have its significance. It's still relevant. All right. So what I just gave you was a supreme mathematics that is taught within the nation of gods of earth. All right. And one of the mathematics that I told you was culture. So culture represents what? Represents foundation, represents principles, ideology, and community. Foundation, principles, ideology, and community. That's culture. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say. So make this your time to appreciate your heritage. It don't matter where you are in the world. If you are African descended, be appreciative of who you are and where you come from. And let no one tell you otherwise. All right? Until next time, peace, power, and elevation. And you all be safe. All right, thank you.